Or that one. No. Yes, that one. Okay.
Never leave someone.
Right, I'll try again to wake them up. I think I should pry one of those scales off. I think I will leave that tentacle alone. I don't think that's a friendly tentacle. I'll take everything I can find, though. Okay, can see if I can get her up. She's knocked
Magister
down.
lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Do I have no options? Oh, I better take this. I'll take that. Leave a crime scene. Even if nobody saw you commit the crime, they might become suspicious. I think it's a bit late worrying about that in here. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. Is there anyone downstairs? I guess we leave the Magister then. A broken source collar. Aha! Okay.
Wait! Void woken!
We're waking up now. Let's go the battering ram. Ooh. That's nice. Cripple.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Right, they've woken up, so that's good. This character can't cast healing spells. Well, I mean, I could add skill points to enable it, but I don't know any at the moment. I might be able to use some scrolls.
Let the games begin.
Oh, that was a nice ability.
They who are about to triumph.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Little help over here.
I've faced worse.
So everyone's encouraged, apart from yours truly.
I'll yield to none.
Oh, that was nice. You watch where you're throwing those things. I'm going to have to watch my health there. Do they have anything on them? I can't help but hear Russell Crowe now in that guy's voice.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar.
Is this?
Sounds like she needs help.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Look around for some way to help her.
With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Take the cloth and hold it tight to the wound and try and stem the bleeding.
Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
I can unravel it and wrap it snugly around her neck like a tourniquet, like garrote, or hold the cloth tighter to the wound. Let's unravel it.
Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand flailing.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound.
It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Continue holding the cloth to the wound. Take Siwan's hand and try to help her stand.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
I think she's dead then.
Ripping the ship apart. This is it.
Yes, the classic neck tourniquet. When desperate. Well, I'm getting that sinking feeling.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
My guardian angel, I guess.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Okay, so somebody's at some point in this history has decided that all the sorcerers must be destroyed. I guess it's like the hunting down of the Jedi in the Star Wars story. They've been shown, perhaps falsely, perhaps rightly, I don't know, to be evil and must be destroyed. Can't be trusted.
Those Voidwoken
Maybe.
made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor?
I'll take that shell.
Seems someone.
Order 66.
something wanted me
Brutal.
alive.
I thought that said a shit stick. The identifying glass for identifying magic items, I think. If your Lore Master ability is high enough, you'll be able to identify items. Excellent. Well, we won't be able to do that. So I have very little skill in Lore Master, or none at all, I think. Whisperwood, is that for making stuff? Oh no, it's a short stick. I'll pick everything up. We'll drop it or sell it later. A sight range indicator. There are enemies ahead. Press left shift to see the enemy's sight range. You enter their sight range, combat will start. We can see where. I'm pressing left shift. I'm not seeing any sight range. Okay, that was a bit premature. Maybe we need to get a bit closer. Also, what is this? Waypoints. I discovered a waypoint. Got it. I remember waypoints from the first game. There's nothing up there. There's a character down there. Broken bars. Ah, God, there's going to be so many things to open and look in. And you always think, well, I won't bother looking in them because it's not worth it. But then you find something good.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
Oh, we can barter with these guys. Why would we want to? Not with him, anyway.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Tell him not to worry. You can trust me.
Why?
Everyone's got to stick to their own kind, especially now that the world has become so dangerous.
I guess. Well, the people who put me here are human, and the people who took my parents away are human too. Or do you mean because I'm a...
Sorcerer?
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
I am, and by the looks of it, looks at that collar, so are you.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy.
They may well be wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, but it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
Do you know where he is?
They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
Searching your bucket, hidden face. Yes, I might have to replace that bucket. I'm sure this child would not think anything ill of a stranger coming up to him wearing a bucket on his head and saying, you can trust me. It isn't safe out there. Your ship was attacked by Voidwoken not far from the shore.
But you didn't die.
Why aren't you scared?
I guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
I've survived the Voidwoken attack by the skin of my teeth. You should really find somewhere safe to go. Or he's survived by the skin of his teeth. It's weird when it's talking in the third person here, but it's what your character is saying, because it applies to both. Anyway.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
That doesn't sound good, does it? flower pot. I don't need a flower pot. Might be an upgrade from a bucket. The water looks nice, doesn't it? I could go on holiday here. That'd be a nice place to go swimming. Oh, I see. Right, right. That's what it was talking about, enemies up ahead. It did show them on the map, I think. I have 0 sneak skill, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They've made it to shore.
Charge.
I know you.
It's talking to me. Right, let's see if we... Let's wallop it one. A battle stomp. Smack! I should probably... I think I've done this the wrong way around. I'm going to attack it. Does this put it back on its feet? No, okay. I thought attacking them then cancelled the knockdown status. So you couldn't then cheese it, but it looks fine. What should we do? I'll do a... What's its health? 10. I'll do a crippling blow on the off chance. We get it. And then a battering ram. Oh, target is blocked. That's a nuisance. Can I save those points? I'm going to save those points if I can. What's that one do? Toggle log. Ah, cool. Is there just... Oh, end turn. I don't know if we can save them from turn to turn. I'll watch out for the crocodiles. Wow, this thing's just eating me and I'm not getting a go. That was kind of brutal. So we've got... I'm not delaying the turn, no way. So this is where we just try to whack it. I think I can whack it 3 times. This might be enough to kill it. Oh yeah, this is going to get it. Nice, that was a good hit. 100
I thought
XP.
these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Apparently not. Leather scraps. And raw lumpy giblets. Nice. There's another one down there that I can't quite loot. I don't think I need them too much though, do I? So the armor recovers after each fight.
And
That's
eaten by a
nice.
Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
I better heal up as well. So can I just do this? And that's just instant rest. Oh, that is... And it doesn't seem to move the game on. There's no... Doesn't seem to be any downside to that. That's just a nice, easy way of recovering after every fight. I approve of that.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word.
The hell is this?
Blasted isle is teeming with them.
Is this a squirrel riding a skeletal cat?
What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
Why are you accusing us of destroying the forest?
Egad, it speaks our tongue, Quercus. Hush before...
Quercus is name for a skeletal cat. It's also the Latin name for the oak family of trees. There you go. You learn something every day on my streams.
What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed.
Pan, did you get this? Because you were saying that you didn't use Pet Pal or didn't have Pet Pal straight away, or maybe couldn't. So did you get all this? Or is this scripted so you have to get it?
No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
The great acorn. What an interesting...
Aye, the giant takes notice of its charges.
Explain, you have some questions.
Dear me, it has questions, Quercus.
Old Buckethead.
Why, yes, I suppose answering them is the polite thing to do. Speak, Shield. What are your queries?
More detail about the great acorn. What is it exactly?
A giant body, but no giant brain, eh, Quercus? Surely even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare before the great acorn fell from above and seeded the Irwood, covering this land in beautiful, perfect forests. Beautiful and perfect until the giant races, no offense, realized they could use it to build their houses and fuel their fires. They carved the Irwood up, and the forests shrank and shrank. None of the original wood remains. But someday, the great acorn will fall again. The forests will be reborn, and the giant races will be wiped from this world. At least that's what I hear.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Where did this acorn come from?
Oh, Quercus, it wants answers. As if it is the first creature to ponder the big questions of the universe. What tree did the great acorn fall from? Where did that tree come from, if not a greater acorn? Could you build a nest great enough to store the great acorn for the winter?
Well, I hadn't thought about the last one, but the...
Some questions have no answers, Quercus. Why is that so difficult to understand?
Can I kill this thing or not?
The great acorn will come. It will destroy the world, and squirrels will reign supreme forever. I fail to see what's so difficult to grasp.
Do you think it's good that the great acorn may return?
What do you say, Quercus? We once believed it was good, but now... No, quite right. As terrible as the giants have been to us, we do not want to see them wiped out.
That's very magnanimous. Is that the right word?
Rather, we must find a way to live together in peace, giant and squirrel.
I quite agree. Peace ought to be the end goal in all matters.
Although it would be quite a bit easier to get along if the giants would stop turning our home forests into spears and ships and things, wouldn't it, Quercus? Perhaps the shield will let them know as much.
Change the subject. Take my leave. I'll be nice. I'll be nice to the thing, whatever it is. Hey, Smegly, how's it going? A sharp rock. I'm having a sharp rock. Never know when you might need a sharp rock. I'm good, thanks. And you? We can't wade out to sea, right? Oh, we can a little bit. Aha! I found a fellow survivor.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red colour. Could he be...
Joe, everyone's been feeling a bit ill the last few days. I was bad yesterday with a bad, I was going to say, a bastard of a headache. But it's all gone, so I hope you feel better soon anyway.
Yes, you recognise him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
He's the one that took you by the jaw and sized you up like a damn horse. No, I'll be nice. I'll greet him heartily.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hole.
And don't you damn well forget it.
You have my gratitude.
Sir Buckethead, at your service.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
I'm not going to scoff. Tell him you were glad to be of help. Doesn't do to stand idly by when people are in danger.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further...
What are you doing standing on that rock?
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
And what use is that?
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
As of last night, I see a kraken-infested wasteland that I never want to go near again.
Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
What do you mean lost?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
As in, just misplaced.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
I have no idea.
Oh, may the seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
They use some awesome vocabulary in these games. Stuff that makes me want to go and look it up in a dictionary. Grandiloquent? That, I can get the idea of what it probably means, but it's not a word I've ever heard of before. Who says video games aren't educational?
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
You too have this and that to sort out. He's welcome to tag along if he wants.
This and that? Tag along? Do you really mean to compare the fate of an empire to whatever foibles you seek to fix?
I do.
On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of the mystics of my kind.
Done.
I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company.
I can't promise you exactly, but we'll keep his request in mind.
You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? Oh well, that wishy-washy answer will have to do then. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge.
Oh,
What say
okay.
you?
Oh, I see. So you pick your... This sounds like a good idea to me. Because I was worried about the class makeup and the party makeup. But this looks like you bring the characters along that you want for the story or whatever. And you choose what they want us to focus on and specialise in. Rather than you meet a fighter who joins the party. You meet a mage who joins the party. Which kind of sucks if you're already that character. Because you don't want to double up. Someone with a little finesse, if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts. Well, I guess we can find other magic users. I'll say stay true to his vocation, because a couple of fighters aren't too bad. We'll see
Very
what we
well.
get.
Onwards then to victory or death.
That settles it.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Don't particularly like the character.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings.
I'm thinking I could just push him off that rock.
Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Excellent. We can use their... Okay. Yep. Can we link them? Yes, we can. We can link them as before. Can we? And join them back up. Yeah, that's fine. Got it. Got it. Let's take a look at this characters. Do we get to see... Oh, that's sneaking. Okay, so the C button is sneak. Fine. Probably do it through this cam. What's he got? He has got a knife on a stick and a makeshift shield. And this is our shared party, is it? Okay. The Red Prince's bag. Surely that then should go to Ace Hero's bag. No? Interesting. Anyway. Can I read that? I just wondered if more than one character can learn the same skill in this. On magic's fair and foul. Source King's sister. No magic's too foul. Oh yes, we read that before, didn't we? The Magister Crusade. Oh, I'm sure I read that when I was on the boat. Anyway, so do we get... Where can we see... Here we go. Attribute, strength, and constitution. So he is a fighter. Okay, well I can spec him as a sword and board fighter. Combat abilities. Oh, he's got Geomancer. Bit of earth magic and warfare. Whereas I'm just... Does this not let me... Oh, I'm on this one, that's why. Yes, we know that. We got it. Thanks. Two-handed and warfare. Okay, that's fine. I think I know where I'm going with this. So we'll see what the other party members are like. I'm sure we'll find them lurking around this place somewhere. Should we follow the shoreline? Someone or something down here.
A black cat. I like cats.
Oh, cat, talk.
But I wouldn't
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What's the blue? That's source points.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me.
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Me? I know who I am. At least I think I do. Sometimes it feels like... No, I know who I am. Who are you?
I'm a man just trying to survive.
Huh? Yes, survival. Harder than you'd think, maybe. Harder than...
The cat shakes its head, as if trying to wake up from a deep sleep.
Are you feeling okay?
Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
And where do you come from?
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
I wonder if that's not the cat from the first game, is it? What was he called? The character who turned into a cat. I'm trying to think. Shells. It's Trice.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
I will do. There's nothing we can... I'm not picking up all them shells. I don't think there's much point in it. I don't think they're really worth enough. Oh, God. It said saving game. Why did it say saving game? Whenever it says saving game, I'm assuming it's going to be something bad. Brother... We found... Interesting. Well, we found a settlement. All right. So I go back. I'm not wandering into that. We go back and we explore everything else.